This is Jeremy Roenick, and guess what? You guys are listening to the Jim Bob Show.
The NFL are eventual. They are all dreaming. It is America's pastime at this point.
I'm the voice of reality. I am Nostra Jim Bobus.
You came back to host the show.
Came back from you didn't come back.
Hey, this is Brian Urlacher, and you're listening to The Jim Bob Show. Hey, this is Jim McMahon, and you're listening to The Jim Bob Show.
It's been a big disappointment.
Well, you're a hard guy to please. Don't forget that. You're a hard guy to please.
All right, 720 WGN. When you think about what is the future, only one guy has the wise and winning ways when it comes to all the games, the one and only, the mystical and mysterious Nostra Jim Bobus.
Thank you for that introduction, Dane. I have spoken, and I spoke last week, and last week I used the theory that I felt looking through the universe that my coach can beat up your coach was my theory for how we pick the games.
Have you seen the one where there's like this 5-year-old, 4-year-old that just picks the team and it's always wrong? It's like this little girl picks the one and she's or a sea monkey chooses the final four.
Right. This week I'm using a new theory. I'm using the theory of
so Dan Campbell wins 4 Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Dan Campbell. If we apply
according
that,
to your theory,
well, in the regular season that works a lot. But I'm going to say that this sector, this particular, we got a few days before the Super Bowl's coming on. So I'm coming up with a new theory. Nostra Jim Bobus theory is it's wolves. You know? Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for we have
those are like cutting edge special effects.
I mean
not everybody has like
our special effects. So wolves
say cow or some other farm animal.
So we're gonna get the feral animals here in a second.
I don't know.
So we'll get the other feral animals, but so wolves versus
ocelots
versus filet mignon.
Oh,
that's my theory. That is my theory this week. Is that wolves, the Seattle Seahawks defense, and the filet mignon is the
tasty snack.
Is tasty snack. I mean, it's always bad if you're really going against wolves and you smell like steak,
or you are steak.
Well, yeah, and that's kind of my theory. So it's the junkyard dogs versus the silk suit guys, and so this is going to be to me. I think Drake May and the offensive team for the New England Patriots is like going to go, what the hell just ran over me? And why is my leg bleeding?
It is definitely going to be a tough game, but I don't know that. Here's the thing. Sometimes when you have unexpected success, you almost get a case of, I don't know, air quotes, happy to be there, right? I was, our guy, Matt Slosick, El Bandito Yankee. He's a huge Patriots fan. I congratulated him and, of course, his fellow fans for the decades of arduous rebuilding that they had to do to get back to the Super Bowl. It's just been too easy, but I think it's a surprise. I don't know if they have expectations, Jim Bob. Do they expect to win?
I don't know. Dane, you posted a big deal for me last week about underthinking. I mean, I'm not big on overthinking about anything. I mean, I don't do a lot of prayer. There's not a lot of, meditation. I don't do a lot of film study. Like I said, this week it's all about violence. And, I will tell you, violence wins a lot. Just so you know. I mean, it does. It wins. And the Super Bowl comes down to, the big question to me is that, do you want to fight a pack of wolves?
Or do you want to fight a steak?
Or do you want a steak? Or do you want to be a steak? I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, do you want to fight a pack of wolves or do you want to be a steak? I said, I hope that New England hears what I'm saying and they don't take showers.
It's the Christmas Story, which was Ebenezer Scrooge, right? And he gets visited. See, maybe he got visited by like Jim Bob, right? The ghost of Super Bowl's future. And they show the final score and the Patriots lose by a lot. And then they ask Jim Bob and they say, is this the way it has to be or is this the way it could be? So what can they do knowing now that the universe has spoken and that they are edible steak? What can they do to try to change that outcome?
I don't know, because I look at it.
Nothing, Scrooge.
Nothing's coming through right now. I got to get my turban on and everything for the Nostra Jim Bobus part. But, I mean, when I watch the Seattle defense, I mean, these guys don't just tackle you. They, remove your soul, okay? I mean, they take it and you feel something is deflated when they tackle you. I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, I know when I used to play offense. I mean, I played against a bunch of dirty players. I mean, these guys, they would hit you in the nuts. And they're hitting you underneath the pile. I mean, Romanowski would break guys' fingers. I mean, remember Romanowski? All roided up and everything. I mean, you guys come out of the pile. Your nose is bleeding. Your lip is split. Your helmet's. You're looking for your helmet, and you're lying there thinking, did I just get jumped by a bunch of raccoons for their playbook?
Jim Bob, you bring up an important point, because at what point, there's one thing about just physical talent and ability and game plan and all that, but there's an element to it that you bring up, which is you can take away the opponent's will to win, or their will to participate, or their want to even be there. Right, where you can get it to the point where they're just like, get me out of here.
Well, there's a bunch of guys on that Seattle defense that they're not asking you permission to ruin your day. We're in a polite business world a lot of the times, but in this world
where you ask permission, hey, can I ruin your day?
Yeah, hey, can I?
Would you mind if I ruined your day?
Want the good news or bad news? These guys don't ask for permission. I'm very impressed with this defense. These guys have got, they've got a little swagger. They've got, the Legion of the Doom, and these guys are called the Dark Side. I will tell you. It's hard to win an MVP, in the NFL against a pack of wolves. Okay, can you imagine? I was thinking about this. It's like, I'm going up against 11 wolves. And I
don't know.
I think some of my guys are afraid of them too. I mean,
well, yeah, because they probably carry diseases.
My personal opinion is I don't think Drake May has played against a defense. I mean, I'm going to look over the schedule, but I don't know that he played any defense, even anything remotely like this.
Yeah. Well, you look at the backup quarterback for the Broncos. That was, I think, part of the game plan. He came out, he seemed prepared and seemed to initially do well, and then they just kept hitting him and kept pressuring him and kept making him think, maybe I don't belong here.
Yeah, well, this is not a read defense, folks. This is a defense that when they hit you, and you go, it's not a read defense, and you're checking it out. You're looking to make sure that because when they hit you, you're facing the wrong direction, buddy. I mean, in my case, I would be running over to the sideline. Coach, I'm hurt. I'd be like that. That was the on Caddyshack. When what's our famous comedian in Caddyshack?
Chevy Chase.
The judge,
Bill Murray.
The judge.
Phil Knight. Phil Knight. I'm just trying to name off the cast of Caddyshack.
My arm. And so. You're not following me. You're not going with it. Sorry, that was supposed to be funny, but Dane screwed it up.
Well, I'm sure other people got it. I'm sure that they thought it. So here's the thing. Last thing on this, is there anything that they can do, or should they just start, making some reservations for vacation if they haven't done that already, or just try to not get hurt so that they can't sit on the beach and enjoy a Mai Tai after the game?
Well, I was talking to somebody today who actually knows football. He thinks that the Patriots are going to get beat by 2 touchdowns, and he knows football. I don't want to mention his name because he'll be embarrassed if they don't, and I'll get beat up. But here's what when I'm watching the film on these guys, they make you rush throws. They make you hear footsteps when you're going across the middle that you didn't hear a couple weeks ago. This is the last game of the year, and they make you check down on 3rd and 12, like you're ordering a salad at a steakhouse, brother. I mean, you're doing that pretty quick.
We've talked with over the years, of course, in many interviews about the importance of coaching in order to set a tone and to give perspective, right, when maybe the players don't necessarily have it. How important is it with Vrabel not only being so important to that franchise, just one of those kind of cornerstone players, been there a lot of times, won there, right, and being there where he can impart. Because this is one of those moments that can be bigger than the players if they're not mentally ready for it. And he can, now obviously what's going to happen on the field, maybe that wears off after, the first quarter or something. But is there anything he can do to say, like, we're the Patriots. I know how to do this. We got this.
Yeah, I don't, that's an interesting perspective, is that Vrabel's been there. He's won Super Bowls. I can't go through with this because this whole process without ripping the Titans a little bit in the fact that you fired the best coach you're ever going to have. I mean, I can tell you that is that
without question.
He was the best coach that the Titans are ever going to have. I think what comes down to it is that can Vrabel go convince Drake May to continue to be the MVP candidate that you have been, because Drake May's not only going to have to play like an MVP, he's going to have to play like a firefighter. Okay, he's going to have to play like a guy who's trying to escape a bear on many plays. I'm just telling you, and I don't know if you've ever done that, but that's I have actually fought a bear and wrestled a bear, fought a bear, and I know what I'm talking about.
Ill advised. Don't try that at home, people.
Yeah, I'm not promoting that. But.
No. Well, here's one of the things that Vrabel, you made me think of that he could say, and Drake May is one of those guys, just a great young quarterback. Is remember when Tom Brady won his first Super Bowl? They were the underdogs. They weren't supposed to win, and they did. And you could say that, hey, this is an opportunity to channel some Patriots past history, right? An experience that actually did happen. You've got a guy that's, contending for, an MVP, certainly came out more heralded than Tom Brady did. But didn't Tom Brady, his first Super Bowl, wasn't supposed to win, underdog, came back, they got it done. It could happen again.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you. I said, again, I'm going to go back with the Wolves versus the steak
Steak
deal.
tastes good.
I think violence, and I think that defense of the Seattle Seahawks is I think violence is still undefeated on the football field. I think that's going to win out. Is that nobody beats hungry wolves when they're hungry, and these boys on Seattle, they haven't eaten yet, Dane, and that's scary. And I think the Patriots smell like steak, and I'm going with that theory. I'm going with the Wolves versus the steak theory. Last week it was, can my coach beat up your coach? And again, I'm 100%, Dane, and I'm also Nostra Jim Bobus.
That's true, of course. Yeah. So the Seahawks are the favorites, and the Patriots are going to be medium rare. We're going to take a break and come back right after this. It's the Jim Bob Show Game Day Edition.
With seasoning. You remember that.